problem. But in terms of inside and gaining consensus, is the trigger about saving money? Is it about changing the way business is done? What are the triggers?
I think, as I've been saying throughout the talk, and I hope you all get this, is that for Kaiser Permanente, it's about prevention. And our single focus, I think, from our founding has been preventive care. It's also been an integrated system. And the fact that we're integrated presents us an opportunity that's quite unique. The trigger, our organization has a history of implementing and working on implementing health records throughout the program and using IT in very innovative ways. As our current chairman joined the organization, I think he came to a realization that it would be really extraordinarily valuable to have a common medical record, in particular across the entire system, rather than having discrete medical records in different regions. That vision, as he started to develop it and instantiate it in the company and gain acceptance for it, became the essence of how we embodied the KP Health Connect program and focused our energies on KP Health Connect. Now that we've implemented KP Health Connect, there's a realization, one, that it truly will change and does change health outcomes and has potential to do that as an information system. That said, that's not enough for us. We actually believe that we now have what almost no one else does. We have a fairly robust set of information about every one of our members. And wouldn't it be nice if, on a proactive basis, our systems could look at that information every day and provide reminders to our physicians, provide reminders to our members that for whatever purpose that particular engagement would have us focus, those people should be centered on prevention. Those people, in both cases, align their objectives, now the member and patient and the physician, through systems and information in a way that now spreads health, in a way that I think only we can do. We're uniquely positioned in that regard. So the catalyst, I believe, was twofold. Organization has a history, has a very long history of preventive care, very, very obviously been integrated since its founding. And a new chairman came in who had a passion for systems thinking and had a passion for a vision that he knew that our health system could be the beacon for healthcare in the United States.
So it's a fortuitous set of circumstances, both in terms of the organization and then this change in leadership. Let's drill it down just one more step. So once that framework for moving down a path, whether it's unified communications or some other part of your information vision, and asking kind of a more tactical question, when there's a set of recommendations to proceed with whatever, a new system, a new whatever, what are you looking for as the CIO? Are you looking for dollar payback within a certain time frame? Are you looking towards how this advances towards this larger vision and maybe willing to accept a different kind of ROI analysis? What are you looking for?
You know, what's great about the vision, and I'll start from the vision, and I actually start with how our capabilities and our thought, when I think about systems and any systems we're going to potentially explore implementing in the company, it first has to align with the vision, and we start there. What's great about the vision is, if you think about this vision in the context of Kaiser Permanente, it creates a financial benefit. The financial benefit is that by implementing the systems in the direction of this vision, our members are healthier. And it obviously translates into they don't need to come in to see their physician as often. They're probably not going to be in our hospitals as often. And as a consequence, our costs go down. Our costs of delivering care can, over time, go down. And we tend to align both the vision and that cost-benefit guiding principle and how we measure our systems and the new systems that we invest in.
Okay. So let's again take it down one more step a little bit, and that is you talked about a set of capabilities that seem highly integrated in terms of different aspects of IT. There's obviously huge just data storage and data access and data retrieval. You talked about things like video. You talked about things in the virtual visit. I took this kind of like an IV, interactive voice response and that sort of stuff. What kind of IT organization have you had to build, or are you in the process of building, so that people with different skill sets can together on an integrated network or an integrated platform?
Well, our IT organization is probably a little different and has a lot in common with others. I'll just say it that way. We have a very large IT organization. We have about 6,000 plus employees and another 1,500 or so consultants in our organization. When you think about the number of people, it really requires us to think about the capabilities that they deliver. So for me, it's meant aligning a large part of our organization with the purpose of the company. And the way we've done that is we've created a number of people we call business information officers who are absolutely aligned with lines of business, parts of our company. Each business information officer has a regional president, for example, that they work with. The goals and objectives of each region certainly come through that. The goals and objectives of the company come through me and my leadership team, and we bring the two of those together in the leadership of the organization. The central part of our organization, like most others, is a core IT function. We have responsibilities for data centers and operations and the networks and so on. And we have a very large complement of people who spend their entire career with us focused entirely on the technology. It's their job to make sure that we have the absolute best, most current, highly available technology in our organization, to deliver on our contact center's promises, to deliver on the personalization promise that I've made here today, to deliver on real-time healthcare that we're discussing across the program. Dramatically different needs. Now, we're going through a transformation with respect to our people. I've completely changed our IT organization when I came into the company about a year and a half, 2 years ago. That said, and the focus that I changed it toward was our members. I wanted to be aligned with our regions, but I equally wanted to be aligned with our members. I was very interested in members and customers, very interested in making sure that we were aligned in such a way that our IT organization never lost sight of who we were here to serve. And that's a bit of a shift for us, because when you start to deliver real-time capabilities, real-time anything becomes personal. How a member uses their cell phone to interact with us, how they choose to get on the internet, when they pick up the phone and they call our contact centers or their physicians, it all is delivered through our information technology capabilities. For us, it meant making sure our information technology organization behaved and operated and centered on what the members' needs were. So a bit of a shift.
To make that shift, then, I mean, was it about new people? Was it about retraining? Or was it just, I don't mean just, or was your focus on, hey, it's about the delivery at the end, and anybody who just couldn't get on board with that, there were some decisions made?
Well, as I've made organizational changes, we've brought in a number of new people from the outside who bring in a different kind of perspective about what IT does. And when we talk about IT being strategic, I brought in people certainly who had a strategic view of IT, who themselves were strategic, very senior leaders. I have a number of people who work for me who in any other company would be the CIO of those companies, for example. They're tremendous business and IT executives, and they have the presence of mind as well as the presence to really deliver the capabilities of our IT organization across the company. We also took the best of the people that were in the organization and leveraged their great experience, because in any organization, you can't forget the past if you're going to move forward and make the progress you need to make, particularly in the time frames we're making progress. So we've had some very, very terrific people from in the organization who had great skills, who I promoted in many instances, and others we found different roles that they fell into that they could provide great leadership for. So it's a really terrific mix of inside and outside talent that make up my leadership team.
A couple of quick technology questions. You mentioned wireless telemetry. As you take a look at Kaiser Permanente and the various businesses that it's in, clinical and insurance and all of them, what's your outlook for mobility in general? Is it going to become a bigger part of what your communications system is all about?
Well, we do an awful lot, and I'm going to categorize this into two pieces. We do an awful lot currently of wireless capabilities throughout the organization. We have wireless technology through which people interact with our medical record system today inside the company through our wireless carts, because people literally wheel PCs around the company and have the ability to use that from anywhere. But going beyond that, we're doing a lot of important spade work currently on home health, and it's our expectation that we'll be moving and extending our reach into people's homes help them obviously keep healthier and thrive in the way that they can through using our technology to be attached to our systems in truly a real-time way. We're able to monitor their health and support them much more proactively. Those programs are just, in some instances, we have some pilots underway. In fact, in every region we have pilots underway. In other instances, there's a lot of focused attention being put on the strategy and the development of those programs currently. They'll become an increasingly important element of the way we deliver care at Kaiser.